Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another video. If you do not know who I am by now, I am That Orange GT, and today I'm starting off my video in my 22 Mustang GT. But the main thing I'm going to be talking about is my 1-year review of this car. Before I get into that, I want to go over a couple things on the channel. There's going to be a lot of different changes coming to the channel because I recently moved. I just did a 1,200 mile journey or so in this car, and I'm going to be talking about that later on in the video. But for now, I'm just going to head out to my destination, and I guess we can just see where this goes. So this is one of my first kind of videos that I am doing like this. This is something that I've never really done before. I don't really do the car talking vlogs, but I feel like I am going to be doing more of these in the future because it's something that I can do fairly simple, and I am going to be talking about why I decided to do these later on as well. If you guys want to see more types of these videos, just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'm happy to do them because I feel like this is something that I want to get more into as well. And I can do more kind of discussion vlogs as well, so it's something that I can do in my free time, especially since I moved and I will be really busy. And that's sort of what I talk about in this video as well. So I am not going to be having as much time to do videos as I used to have. I've recently got a new job and I am going to be super busy with doing workload related to that. So I'm not going to be able to do as much YouTube videos as I'm used to doing. Well, I'm super sorry that I'm not going to be able to do as much videos as I used to do, but I am going to still try to do at least one video a week. I don't know how well I can hold that promise to you guys. I'm going to try my best, but just give me till January. After January, I'm going to have big plans for this channel. So expect a supercharger or news of me ordering a new GT500 because I am planning to do one of those two. I'm not exactly sure what exactly I want to do yet, but I do plan to get either a GT500 or a Whipple on my car. I really love my 22 Mustang GT. If you guys don't know this car, I have many different videos about it in my channel, and so make sure you guys go ahead and check those out if you don't know what I've done to my Mustang. My car is a manual transmission 2018. There's many reasons why I chose this transmission, and I will be talking about that in another video I have coming out. But for now, what I'm going to talk about, I guess, is my overall owner experience of the car. And I guess that can relate a little bit with the manual transmission, so I will go into a little bit in depth of the transmission. I chose this transmission because when I was shopping for the car, I drove a 6-speed automatic, the 6R80, in my 2015 before I got this car. And don't get me wrong, that was a great transmission, but I wanted something to have more fun. I wanted to have more fun around town, and when I drove 10-speed auto, it felt exactly like the 6-speed around town. And I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm saying about that, and I'll elaborate a little bit more if you guys don't. It's what I'm pretty much trying to say is, around town, the 10-speed automatic is, I think, a boring transmission. And that's just my opinion. You guys are probably gonna light me up in the comment section for that, but I mean, in my personal opinion, if you're not going to a drag strip, if you're not racing people on the street, I mean, it's just a boring transmission. So it just be totally up. It's just a boring transmission. So I mean, you guys can take it how it is. I'm not bashing a 10-speed at all. I mean, I admit it's a fantastic transmission. If you guys are racing, go for that transmission. But right now, I think if you just want to have fun around town, it's going to be your daily driver. If you don't have a lot of traffic to worry about, I think that the manual transmission is a lot of fun. So speaking of the manual transmission, I'm not going to go in-depth review of it. That's just my initial thoughts for my own review. Would I go back and get the 10-speed after a year of driving the manual? I wouldn't. I would still get the manual transmission to this day. So that's just my opinions. You guys can take it how it is. If you guys are interested in more in-depth review of the manual transmission, I do have that coming out later on, I think next month, so stay tuned for that. So like I said, this video is a 1-year in review. So currently I have around, I think it says 12,800 miles on it. I had it for around 11.5 months, and honestly, I had no problems with this car at the current moment. If it did have a problem, it was something that I did when I installed a mod, but it's fixed now. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with the car. I've been enjoying it. I just, like I said, just took it on a 1,200 mile road trip, and it had no flaw whatsoever. And I do have a little bit of footage that I could insert later on in another video. I actually met up with Xander 13 Automotive in Nashville when I was passing by, and he did a review on my car. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, make sure you guys go ahead and do that, so down below. I guess one thing I should really talk about is cost of ownership for this car. How much should, I guess, maintenance cost over a year? So over a year, I got my first oil change done when I took it in after 5,000 miles. And that didn't really cost anything to do. It cost maybe, I think, $120, and that's because I put full synthetic in it at the dealership. If you guys want to do maintenance yourself, you can feel more ahead and do so and save a couple dollars, but I like having the service records listed for my car just for resale value purposes. If I go to trade it in, I can have all the records there and there will be no problems with that. But besides for my first dealership experience I took it to, I paid around $120, and that's just for the oil change. And my second time I took it into a dealership, I just took it in before I left on this road trip. So I took it in around 11,000 miles or so, and I only paid for a oil change again on that because my car didn't even need an alignment. So it was about in a year of ownership, I paid roughly $240 for maintenance on this car, and that is absolutely fantastic. One thing you got to consider if you're owning this car and it's going to be your daily driver is going to be gas prices. And if you're buying this car, gas is not going to be most of your main concern. You're not going to care about your gas mileage, so just keep that in mind. It is a thirsty car. Coming over here, it says it averaged like 23 miles a gallon, which is pretty good for a V8 with 500 horsepower. But again, if gas mileage is a concern, maybe you guys won't want this as your daily driver, but if it's going to be your daily driver, it's been mine. I have no complaints on it. It's more than enough gas mileage for the average person who wants a sports car. So I guess that's going to bring me into my next point of this car, and it's the drivability year-round. And drivability year-round is going to depend on where you live. I lived in Northern Virginia before I came out to where I am now, which is in Oklahoma City, and I had no problems. Again, I live in Northern Virginia, so it didn't really snow too hard the last winter when I had this car. And I do have all-season tires on it as well, so during the winter I can't drive it without any problems. So it's not going to be the worst thing to drive around all year round if you don't have any snow by your area. If there is a lot of snow, it's going to be probably a different story. I would assume that you'd probably have to get better winter tires than just regular all seasons, but that's just my assumption. Again, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% positive. But I know a lot of people out there, and especially if you look on the forums and if you post it, anywhere on the internet, that there's a ton of people who dealer drive their cars even through the snow. So if you guys really want it to be done, it can definitely be done. So going more in depth what I did to my car over this previous year, I pretty much did full bolt-ons except for headers and a supercharger. So do I plan to do those in the future? I actually do, like I said earlier in the video, I either do plan to get a Whipple or I do plan to get a GT500. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, because I'm having a super hard time deciding what I should do, whether I should get a blower for the car or just trade it in for a GT500. And I'm just so confused on what to do at the current moment. If I can have both, I'd love to have both, but again, that all depends on whether or not these cars are going to be marked up or not. And I've been hearing rumors that the GT500 is going to be marked up almost $100,000 over sticker, at least at my Virginia Ford dealerships that I've checked out personally. And if it's going to be marked up $100,000 over sticker, you're almost looking at a $200,000 car. And to me personally, I don't think that car is worth $200,000, but someone out there is going to buy it for that much money, and it's just going to ruin it for the rest of us, because once one person buys it for $200,000, it's going to set the market to this car is going to be worth $200,000, and that's going to be the local bar for the area. And if someone buys for $200,000, that's good for them. They can afford it. They can, they can have the car. But to me, if I see the prices going that high, I'm just not even going to look at that car anymore. I'm just going to supercharge this car and fully build it. But if I can get one for sticker, guys, that is going to be fantastic. And if you know anyone who can even get it for just a little bit over MSRP, just make sure you let me know, because I'm 100% ready to buy that car. So with all this being said, guys, I hope you guys liked the video. If there's anything I could answer for you guys after a year of ownership. Just let me know in the comment section down below. I guess in summary, would I trade in this car or would I do it over again? Would I still get the manual over a year? I mean, do I have any regrets on buying this car? And the answer to all of those is no. I don't have any regrets. I'll buy the same exact spec over and over again. In short terms, I absolutely love this car. I've always been a Mustang fan. This is the best Mustang that I've ever owned yet. So no regrets whatsoever. If you guys are looking for a 2018 Mustang, you can't go wrong with the 10-speed, and you can't go wrong with the manual. It's going to be totally up to you guys and which one you guys choose. If I had to make a recommendation, if you're not racing, get the manual transmission because it's fantastic. And before I wrap up the video, I do want to go into the topic of my channel. So like I said, I did move because I did get a new job opportunity. And I just want to put it out there that I am not going to be making videos as frequently, like I said, but I will be doing more videos in the car like this. So if you guys like this kind of videos, I mean, make sure you let me know because I'm going to be doing more of it. What you guys like me to talk about in these videos, make sure you feel free to let me know that as well. If you guys like this video, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really means a lot, and this channel has come a super far way. It's come way longer than I ever expected it ever would. So I really appreciate all the support from you guys, and it means a lot to me to see my channel grow like this. It really means a lot, and I really appreciate, again, all the support. So if you guys really did like the video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button down below. And with all this being said, I look forward to talking to you guys next video.